Hello everybody. So today I had previously made this with you, and today I've finished it. It's done. It's all carved, I think, I hope. So today is the day I'm going to test it. And I've just realized that the only paper I have actually won't print two of them, so it'll only print one of them at a time and leaves a massive amounts of space around it. So at some point in time, I'm going to either have to like carve perhaps like a header and a border all the way around this, and print something else over it. So I'm going to bear that in mind. I haven't designed that yet, which, you know, I'm too impatient because I want to see if this block actually works. So that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to print at least 5 to 10 of them and see if they actually work. This is now, it's seen better days. Anyway, so the goal of today is to print 10 of these in a way that is replicable, if that's a word. You know what I mean. Surely you know what. And do I print it that way? I think I will. I don't think it matters that way, but I'll print it that way for aesthetics, so that when it comes to doing a border and things around it, I've got a thing at the top I will do. So if I give myself like 3 centimeters at the bottom, let's make a little like guide. I could probably like a jig is what I need, a little jig to always get it in the right place. I could use one of these boards. Okay, so the jig would be like 3 centimeters from the bottom, and oh, this was not in the plan. Pencil, rubber, ruler, scissors. That's a problem. I think I've got everything like lined up for these lives, and then nope, not a chance. Okay, so I will need a ruler. Let me go and get my ruler. Oh, that's a rubbish pencil. It's supposed to be HB. Rubbish pencil. I suspect that's why it's out and all of the others have disappeared on me. Oh, you know what is a good pencil is the IKEA pencils they give you. I thought that I had some of those, but I don't. So 3 centimeters from the bottom. I think that should be enough to give me some space to do a border. I think anyway, like a little, like I'm planning to do like a border and then and then like a description of what they are, and that'll be another print. So that's roughly my design idea. So let's just make a little quick jig, not like a Irish jig, That was a rubbish pencil, wasn't it? That was a good pencil. So that's 3 centimetres, and then we needed, like, this wasn't exactly the size of the paper, but let's just oh, hello cat, good to see you here. So this is the bottom of the paper. I'm not going to cut that, but I will just pencil it in and make sure that, oh, actually, why not, let's just cut it. Hi, they're making a lot of noise outside, aren't they? There's a lot of construction work going on around me right now, so I've tried to shut the outside doors and windows, but that has upset the cat because his freedom of movement is violated by not being able to go in and out of the house. Okay, so that's the bottom. I now need that to kind of go in the middle of the page somehow, so like let's just measure it, like it's 10 to 10, no, that's like 11. So if I were to put that bang in the middle, it might be like something like that. She says it's not really lined up very well at all, but something like that would be the middle. Oh, sneeze attack, sorry. So that's where it would sit. And I would need that to be I'm going to call it around about that. In fairness, so long as everything is exactly in the same place every time I come to do this print, we'll be okay, I think, she says, not really knowing what I'm talking about. So if people do know whilst watching this, feel free to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, but please be constructive and tell me what I should be doing instead. That would be nice. Okay. So, jig is up. Jig is made. That's where it should go. Let me just, if I cut that part and that part, that's all I need, I think. If I just cut, then that will slot into that part, and I don't need to cut all the complicated things. And this side, if I just cut that part. Now, my friends, somebody recommended, and I'd like to know your recommendations, a glove, like a metal glove, apparently that protects your hands from this sort of nonsense, from cuts or, you know, silly accidents, essentially, that could happen at this time. If you use them and know what it is I'm talking about, or have any recommendations for these types of chainmail gloves that crafters use, I would love to hear your recommendations about them. I think it's a good idea, considering that I can be quite clumsy at times. So now then, if this has worked, and that's a big, you know, if that has worked, oh, let me put that away. Then that should just sit nicely on the bottom of the page, like so. Yes, and then that fits in there and there, and that's where I print it to. Okay, yes, that's a nice kind of fit, she says, hopefully. So, bearing that in mind, I will now tape this Oh no, masking tape. What shall I use instead of masking tape, which was normally my go-to tape? I've gaffer tape. I'll use gaffer tape. That won't be sticky at all in the... but that's what I've got left, so that's fine. I will live with it and have a sticky board afterwards. It's fine. She says, it's fine. Okay, let me just make sure that that's to the end. I have no idea if this is how people actually do this. This is how I'm doing it. That way the paper will hopefully fit under. Yes, that'll align with that and that. And then I will know, hopefully, where to put the board down. I will just glue one side down so I have some kind of chance of having it the same. Is that actually... no, that's not even... see, even this was a good idea at the time. In my head, in practice, of course. Oh, hello. Hi, did you drop by to be annoying? Awesome. You have succeeded in being extremely not helpful. Thank you. Cats. Cats, that's what they're there for. To look cute and be extremely unhelpful. Actually, I know what he wants. He wants a cave. You want... go on. Go on then. Go on, go on. Did you want to cuddle under the duvet? I will arrange your duvet. Oh, king cat. Go on. Hello. Because if I don't do this for you... yes, there we go. We will hear about it all after. There we go. He's now settled. And then that should go there. This is going to be quite imprecise and tricky. I can see this already, to try and get this. Also because, as I've realised, the paper, yeah, of course, because see, this is perfectly, of course. Let me just de-stick you, because that sits there and the paper sits on top. Okay, but that's better in a way, because that means that will definitely stay there. Okay, and we might actually be able to control where the paper sits a little bit better, she says. Ignorant in her naivety of actually how this is going to work. Okay. Voila, that's my jig. I hope it works. If it doesn't, I'm about to find out. So, pencils down, glue away, scissors away. Let me just give myself a fighting chance with some space. Oh, just for a moment. And pretend as if I'm a highly organised and clean person, which I think by now you will all realise is a total myth. So, okay, fine. This is the... see, they gave me this, but I don't think I can use this, because I think this pattern, this texture that I can't get off, that came with this board, it makes it unusable. Again, answers on a postcard. In the meantime, what I can use, and what I saw everybody else using, much to my delight, was a pane of glass. And of course now I'm searching for said pane of glass, and I'm like, I don't know where it is. Let me see. No. Is that? No. Yes. Aha. Voila. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She says. Trying to get to it. So, pane of glass. Voila. Nothing's easy here. And oil colour. So let's please work, please work, please work. Rolling my sleeves up because I will paint them. It doesn't matter. I even put on a dog hoodie to try and cover the oil that I'm bound to. Okay, I know from experience, the last one experience I had with this, I didn't need to paint as much as I thought. I will, however, get tissue roll. Again, the things I didn't prepare. Kitchen roll. Okay, we're on a roll now. Okay, it looks so unappetizing there, doesn't it? I mean, really, what is that? Okay. First tea. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's roll some oil onto glass and squish it around a bit, roll it out a little bit. I think you need to kind of roll it evenly onto the brush. Well, that's the object, I think. I'm going to, again, pretend that I know what I'm doing. I don't think that's very even at all, but let's... I've watched YouTube, I'm now an expert. No, I promise you I'm not in this. This is for fun, and I'm making this up, but I hope that will work. Okay, so I will now, if see, I should have put some newspaper down. The things you kind of think about just after you've put the paint on. Oh good, we'll have some printmaker stuff. That will be fine. We'll use that. I don't mind rollering over Benfica. Okay, so black. Sorry for those who are football fans. I know nothing about football either. So, ooh, pretty. Okay. I actually thought perhaps that I'll get more of the... But this is the first roller. This is the first print that will come off this. I'm still very... right now. I'm like, oh, okay, okay, that bit came out okay. Some disappointment already, but we'll see to that next time I start carving that I don't make the same mistakes, so that's okay. Okay, and lots of black on that. Okay, so the oil paint is on that. Let's try it. Let's see. She says very nervously. Okay, so now I'm going to just put this into me jiggy me thing. Okay, put that away over there. Now this paper has a grainy side and a not grainy side. I'm going to use a grainy side. And that'll be a lesson 2. That'll be whether or not this will work. So much to learn. Okay, voila, she says. Voila, wax on, wax off. Okay, now I have this spoon thingy to roll. Let's find the edges of where okay, edges. I've seen people use another foam roller for this, and perhaps I should use a foam roller, I don't know. We will find out. Or even just like a rolling pin. Perhaps a rolling pin would just work over this sort of print. I'm not sure yet. Let's work out where we are with it before I have to evaluate what I've done wrong. Oh, I think it's at a slant. That's so annoying. And I'm moving the paper. That's very annoying. So I'm doing a lot of things wrong here. Okay, so yep. It's not horrible. Don't get me wrong. It's not black though, is it? It's not come out like black, crisp black. There's a lot of less oily things here. So this needs a lot more rolling over here. Okay, didn't even touch that corner part. That's interesting. And this I was hoping to get a lot more black. So perhaps the second one will be better. Let's have a look. Well, this is the learning part. This is what we do this. Okay. So a little bit more ink on the roller. Roller me up. And a lot more ink here is needed. A lot of here is needed, more here. Okay, so we needed a lot more ink on this corner. That's interesting, okay. So and roll onto this side. Oh, nice, okay. Get some ink onto that and that side. Okay, a little bit. Let's see. A lot of ink that needs to go onto that. Okay, a lot of ink there. and a lot of ink there that we didn't have, I think, on the last one. So hopefully, let's see if that works. And I was disappointed the paper moved last time, so what can I do to stop the paper moving? She says. Hang on, let me just, I should have like a hanger, shouldn't I? I should have thought of that. Should have, didn't. So we live with it. That's what happens. Next time, we will take all the lessons and then learn from them next time. Oh. Okay, we'll do that first next time because that's okay. I really want that to be fixed against something. I didn't think of this very well, but okay, I will ignore it for now. Probably to my detriment, but see, I think that's why there's another like thing that just either glues it or keeps it in place there, right? Okay, well, too late for this one, she says, but I need to think about that for next time. So currently, all down. Now I don't want this to move, so now what were the parts that last time weren't so good? This part up here. All of that really in the jungle, the mighty jungle, all over here in this part of the greenhouse. So let's just wave the spoon over that part. And then what was the other part that didn't work out so well? Yeah, the eave of that roof. So this part here didn't work out. This part, see, it's hard working out if that's the and that's how it moves. Okay, so it's a little bit better. The things that aren't better really are this area. This still isn't great, but okay. I think each one is quite quirky. That's a lot darker though, so we are getting better. I think perhaps because it's getting a little bit more layers in. Now I really need to stop. Let's see if we can create another jig or something. Let's see a few pieces of card that I've got lying around. I suspect that's why, like the first one, I didn't ink it up nearly enough, and I think that's probably why. Let's come up. Let's just push those together. That one perhaps over there for a moment. So the card, the paper, needs to be pushed against something quite stable. And I think that if I keep those together, perhaps I have some nice clips from Tiger. Have you seen these? But I don't think that's gonna lie flat once. Yeah, that's not gonna lie flat afterwards. So love the clips, not practical for this. Is this one gonna be practical though? It might be, because it at least presses them a little bit closer together. Like, let's see if this works. There is hope, but I don't know if this is actually practical. Let's see. If I put a piece of paper, in fact, let me just, I did say I was going to do this before the next one anyway. Because it was difficult to pull it out of the thing. So let's just put that to one side for a second. Ah, no, not the oil on my fingers. No, I was doing so well. So, okay, so to there, to there. It will press into it. No. I need something that will completely. Will that work? So it doesn't go any further than that. Possibly if something heavy got put on it. Heavy thing. Heavy-ish thing. Do I have a heavy thing? No. Oh, I know. I have a stack of heavy-ish things, but I'm not sure you're going to be able to see afterwards. There we go. Okay, let's see if this works. Random things. Tell me you have a cat without telling me you have a cat. Ugh, hairs in my oil paint. Okay. So next up, let's see if this works. Ooh, I nearly did a stupid thing then. I nearly put that on top of the print. Okay, pay attention, Anna. What are you doing? Okay. We're oiling this up again. That's what we're doing. So, oil. Okay. Oil on the roller-ish. Okay. Rolly. Apparently today needs sound effects. Apparently today we can't do without sound effects throughout what we're doing. Okay. By the way, I have no idea what these are going to actually look like when they're done or anything like that, but we're just taking that one step at a time, and we'll get there. Oh, more oil. More oil is required. I'm sure that's what your car would say if it could talk like Alexa. Okay. That's not very even. Even Stevens it is not. Let's just... Okay. Right. I'm so sure that there is a better way of doing this, but I have not found that way yet. I'm still kind of learning this technique, so we are getting there. Oop. No. No, no, no. In the jig you go. Right, it's jigged. Let me just check my fingers for oil before I pick up a white piece of paper, because that's a thing. Okay. Let's put this onto the jig that I freshly created, and hope to goodness that it keeps in place. It's not even close, but okay. Okay, really not roll it. Oh, I didn't like that. You're not supposed to do that. I see that people do a lot of things with these in a way that I'm not doing, so I need to learn a better way of doing this. I don't have a machine, so that's possibly like a definitive way that that's not going to happen, but like here there's a like this roof. Last time didn't get any, so we'll do that. Okay, and then there's this side, and then there's the jungly part, and jungly part needed a lot of extra assistance to get the cat. The cat was in the corner, weren't you? So you were in here. I wanted to get you on paper, and then the middle part, which was roughly around here. I suspect that it's because I'm not really doing this so evenly, and because this shape is all over the place, it makes it quite difficult to do something so even, especially when it's not. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get a rolling pin. I know it sounds weird, doesn't it? And I don't know if that's gonna work. But let's get a rolling pin and just see if that works. Paper, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So let's see if that just moved it around, which is possible too. Okay, no, that's that. It's each time it's coming out slightly darker, and I'm getting a little bit more like definition on them. So, okay, definitely, like, I think that's the thing, is more ink and more ink, more ink goes onto these things, and it starts to get better and better. I'm gonna do, I thought 10 to start with, but perhaps I'm not gonna do 10. Perhaps I'll just do 5, because I do want to cut them out, and I want to see if it works cutting them out before I do a big run. So let's see. First of all, let's just move that out of the way for a moment. Okay, and then, so I've done 3 so far. Let me just take out another piece of paper from my big pack. Oh, oof, wonderful. Didn't do anything. I wonder if a little bit might help me just to break up the glue. I don't really, I hate pulling these things apart because it always feels like I then pull out half the glue from the pad. No, that didn't really do anything either. That was particularly useless too. And then when you pull it, it kind of curls at the end, and I was trying to avoid that. But okay, we'll get there. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Grainy side up. Okay, next up, wax on, wax off. I'm pretty sure that would be Mr. Miyagi if he did lino printing. Okay, so, oh, lots of cat furs in my oil. Oh, so upsetting. They just add to the flavour of everything in the house right now. I have a white wall that I need to paint, and I'm putting it off because of fur. Okay. Problem is he's losing his fur right now because it's coming into summer here. So chances are, if I leave it, it will only get worse. Right. All the things, please, are supposed to be covered evenly. So sort yourselves out. That's what I'm going to say. Obviously, nothing to do with me. Sort yourselves out. She says, oh, this printing malarkey, it's fun because you never quite know what you're getting. I'm kind of equating this to, like, you know, Polaroid photography, because really, you know, you kind of don't know what you're getting. Oh, look at that. Didn't know that would happen. That means in the beginning there was too much oil on my brush. Oh, and another cat hair. Oh, wonderful. Extra spicy cat hair. At least it's not in your noodles. Right. Black, 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 black. I'm doing black because, although it's the most unoriginal colour, I don't really know what other colours to do this particular dye set in. So that might be interesting to see if another, like perhaps a green might go with this. I don't know, perhaps like a summery green. Obviously don't mean like neon shop green, but okay. Let's see if there we go. In the dye. And clean my hands of black. Oof, and the nerve-wracking part. Trying to get the paper straight, square on, and not messed up in the very beginning. That one wasn't very square at all, was it? Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Let's just roll it on. Like a roly-poly. I'm not really sure where that sound comes from, but it seems appropriate. Roly-poly, roly-poly, roly-poly. Okay. But I will do the spoon thingy because there are details that just simply aren't coming up each time. So let's address those individual areas. So this part here, where are we? We are all the way back here, and this area here in the forest with the cats at the end, the cat print. So far that's not come out so well each time, so that's been a bit disappointing, because I would have hoped that that would be something that would come out very well. So okay, that bit there needed a little bit of a press. Also, moving right along, these set of flowers in the middle here, they seem to be harder to come out. Also, this part here, what was going on there? You didn't want to come out? Okay, and then by the door, we had not many great prints of the actual areas by the door. Oh, my arms now. So above the door, on the door, obviously the square is a square. The square will print out whatever it wants to with black. But let's see how that does. Oh, see, this is why I think people with machines know what they're doing. Okay. Yeah, the cat came out really well. The leaf not so much. See, then there's different areas. I think each time you do a press, I learn the print a little bit better of where it needs to be pressed. So, and the still turned out well that time. That's nice. This came out incredibly well. So that's good. So this patch next time needs a little bit more work, not just the cats. So we've got the cat well, and then these didn't come out so well. So, okay. Oh, we're on 4 of 5. She says, knowing that these oils will take a week to dry in this weather. Okay. Oh, we get chatbots in our chat. Okay, so I'm really pleased that each time they are getting better. Like, I definitely, even the black square, there's definite improvements. Each one gets better. So, and I'm kind of liking the lines going across this greenhouse. I kind of feel that I got those. They were, you know what? I feel as if I could have been a little bit more clever with the cutting of the cat's tail. I could have created some movement so it looked like the cat's tail was moving, but that's something to learn for next time. The lines going across were a great, I loved what I was thinking about when I was carving them. So I didn't carve out so many lines in the bottom squares, and then as I went up I carved out a lot more so that we didn't get them as much. So it was like a lot of sunlight, less sunlight until shadows. And I think those were I think I almost got that right. I think I kind of forgot about it in the beginning cutting, and that's a bit of a shame, because I think I probably could have left some in here, even though these are going to be the cutout and fold marks. So that was like, okay, that's, I kind of needed to get my head into lino cutting when I started those. So there are things I'm looking at there that I feel like, okay, my cut could have been better. But I will know for next time what the cut could be. Perhaps not in this design. This design's now, done. This is not, I'm not going to redesign this now to recut it, but I could do other greenhouse kind of ideas though. That might be something. Okay, one more print, because my arms and my hands are now really aching doing this. Oh, and it's totally, totally pissing down with rain here. I don't know what it's like with you right now, but that means essentially the reason why that's important is because this probably won't dry for several days. If it was sunny here, I could pop them out in the sun and they would be dry in hours. But oil on paper, it's going to take at least a couple of days for me to feel like I'm safe enough to try and fold them up. And I was trying to fold them up today, but I don't think it's going to be safe. I might be able to fold up the first one, she says. Yeah, as gluey, gluey, gluey on the page. Okay. So, shiny side down, grain side up. Okay. Almost ready to roll again. Oof. I definitely want a big roller. I see people using felt. I said that, didn't I? Now, do I try a piece of felt? For this, what do I have? I do have a piece of felt, but I know where it is. And it's under everything else. Why is everything I always want? Oh, we might be lucky. I've got it. Ta-da. Let's see. Let me put that there for a moment. Oh, I will come back to that. Okay, so, and my oil is now filled with cat hair. It's not even a little bit now. That's entirely filled with cat hair. Oh. I think this is probably the last batch that we can do as well, because that oil is not enough now. I can see that it's not just full of cat hair, but there's not a lot to roll her up now. So this will be the last one. I definitely think like the lino itself soaks in some of the oil, but not a lot. So that's, I guess, why the first one came out so dry in comparison to the last ones. This is now, I have no more ink to collect. So everything's loaded. I hope. Okay. I definitely think like this look at that. You can see through it now. There is no more oil on that. And did I just chip that? No, thank goodness. Gosh. Clumsy Anna. Okay. Oh, I've just seen a part I didn't get. Oh, come on now. Come on. Please work. One last time. Okay. Yep, I think that's generally the last bit of ink. If I'm going to get anything good from this one, I'll be very happy. Okay. Checking hands. Where's my piece of... No, not my headband. Oh, right. Okay. Wipe hands. Make sure no oil on hands. Oh, okay, for the last time today. And on we go. Okay, let's ruler, really, 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 really. And I also had felt. I'm not really sure what the felt does, but I think it stops like the handprint that is inevitably going to appear on top of the paper because of my smudged hands. Right, let's roll this on. Really, 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 really. And it does move. That's annoying. Didn't want you to. Hopefully the paper has not moved underneath too much, but I definitely felt it move. So I guess that's part of the problem with the rolling pin then. Okay, so all rolled, but now let's do the press with the spoon. What were the areas? The areas were, let's find it, back here. Okay, so back here you have top of the corner to the bottom of the corner, and then you have cat, 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 and then the leaf that didn't come through last time, which was a shame. And then you had that other area that didn't come through very well. Now, cat in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the mighty cat is there. Right, so that's the cat area. Coming back along here, we had the flowers, the roses, no, the flower pots there, okay. And then we had these ones, okay. And then we should have the ladder. Oh. And then finally we should have the end part of the door, and the door and the door and the door. Oh, oh, my hands. Okay. Oh, yes, that will be the best one to date. Yes, we like that one. That one's definitely come out the very best, I think. We've got the cat and the leaves, which came out a lot better than the leaves here. I think the leaves last time did come out, but we missed a bit there, so that's good. That's come out. And we got these, which is good. Lovely print there. Okay. So I'm kind of enjoying this little snail as well. So pleased. Okay. I think that these have kind of worked. Right. So she says, oh, drying it all out. Okay. So all of that will need to be definitely dried, definitely cleaned. I had some cleaner recommended to me for the oil because oil is like, well, it's oil and it's a big pain. So I have this stuff to clean stuff with, which I will try. Oh, that was fun and a bit, well, exhausting actually, pressing that down and rulering it out. I wouldn't like to do 100 of these prints, that's for sure. I think 100 prints might take some different ways of doing this. I mean, if you were going to do a mass one of these, for sure I would need to set up more than a little jig on a table. Right, now then, I will clean this. Just quickly. Just do. Oh, look, and yeah. Oh, it cleans pretty well. Oh, I shouldn't have done that on the mat because that silly girl. I should have done it on the newspaper. Oh, and it smells bad. Oh. On the newspaper. Let's just get it off my mats because my mat's already been abused a lot. Okay. Let's see if I can pick up the majority of this. Oh, it smells bad. So, let me do. Oh, I think you have to do portions at a time because otherwise it rolls back into the thing. That's interesting. Okay. And the tissue breaks quite badly with this. So that's a learning point. Oh, and it's a solvent thing, so if you are a little bit sensitive to strongy and pongy things, this is very pongy. Be careful with this. Oh. So if I open the door right now, it's very loud outside because of the ambulances, but also the building construction work that goes on. So cleaning watercolors is so much easier than oils, but of course oils, the reason why you use them on this is because they don't dry so quickly, and that's why you can print stuff and not have it dry before you've got the paper on it, as I learnt with printing even acrylics. I tried to print with acrylics before on lino, and the acrylics would just dry so quickly. Beautiful colours, mine, but they would just dry so quickly that I wasn't getting any prints done before the paint had already dried, and then I had to try and clean it off before it clumped. Which is the other thing I've noticed oils don't really do. They don't really clump up, which is a good Good for the lino print when you're trying to come back for another colour. I'm only cleaning this now because I think I probably will come back for, I will definitely come back and do another black, but I don't want to not have access to this because it's all dried or blotted or gone in a way I can't use it. Okay. Great. So yep, I'm going to call that done. Oh, that's going to smell. Right, next up is the roller itself. Ugh. Because I don't know what's going on there, but it's got a lot of ink just inside the handle, which is weird. Not what I wanted. Black roller with black ink, yeah. Super easy to get off. Okay. So I make a habit, even if they're cheap tools, to look after them as much as possible because I need them to last for me. So I do look after things by cleaning them with and taking a little bit of time after my sessions of anything, whether or not that's watercolour or not, just to clean brushes and things through. I don't think it makes sense not to look after equipment. I don't like throwing things out because they just hadn't been looked after. That feels like it's, you know, throwing. It's very wasteful. So although this part seems like it's a bit excessive, it's not. And I'm sure that I could be doing this a lot quicker or easier in other ways. So if you've got cleaning tips for these sorts of things, please share. Don't be selfish, share them. Tell me what your cleaning routines look like if you do lino printing. Share what you clean with and what tips you use. Okay, so that's the roller clean, that's the lino clean. Next up is my glass. So I'm just gonna, this will probably take quite a bit because the glass has goobins of oil on it. Yep. Okay. Or not so much, which is probably why we had ended with just a little bit of thing left on the rollers. Okay, we are almost clean there. That's almost clean. That's good. Okay, so all of this will go in the bin. I will now open all of the windows and the doors and go try and scrub my hands. Thank you for following, and I will be cutting these up into actual boxes the minute that they even look vaguely dry, and I will see if it works. That will be fun. Thanks again.